These are assertion and region type questions. Two photons having equal wavelength and linear momentum. If wavelength is same and linear momentum p also same, then lambda equal to h upon mv or p. So h, if lambda is same, p is same, so it is correct. The assertion is when monochromatic light shows the photon character, each photon has a linear momentum. So this is also correct, and this explains, region is also correct, and this explains the assertion. Option 1 is correct. Assertion photoelectric effect shows the particle nature, so it is wrong. And region number of photoelectrons proportional to frequency, it is also wrong. So option 4 is correct. Hello. In this question, assertion photon and electron both have the energy 50 electron volts energy possible, both having a different wavelength. Reason behind here is the energy is same but wavelength is different because mass is also different. Rest mass of photon is 0. Rest mass of electron is not 0. It is 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So they are having different wavelength. And what is the reason? The wavelength depends on energy, not on mass. This is wrong. So option 3 is correct. Hello. Here in this question, assertion, there is physical significance of matter wave. As per the Broglie, wave is having both the nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. Matter wave means a particle is moving, whether it is charged or not. Even neutral particle, if it is moving, it produces a wave. So moving particle produces a wave. So it is correct. Assertion is right. Now region, both interference and diffractions occurs in it. Okay. Wave nature, interference and diffractions are the wave nature. So it is explaining the assertion. It means option 1 is correct. Hello. In this question, assertion particle at rest breaks into two particles of different masses. They fly off in different directions. Their de Broglie wavelength will be different. But if it is a particle, it breaks only two particles. So they will move definitely with the same momentum but in opposite direction. That is why assertion is wrong. Now region, the speed will be different. If the particles are different, particles are not different, two particles. Then different masses, so different speed. Their speed will be different, but there's no option like assertion is wrong and region is this. So assertion photocell is also called electrical eye. Yes, they are used. Photocells are used in cell lifts in many things where it senses whether light is receiving by it or not. So assertion is correct, but region is wrong. Why? Because this is the photocell which is receiving the signal. It is not seeing the objects, not seeing the things, but receiving signal is received by it or not. This is the working of this photocell. So region is wrong. So here option 3 is correct. Here in this question, assertion photon particle collision is the total energy, total momentum that is conserved. Yes, because the particles are colliding inelastically, so there is no loss of energy. Energy can be transferred only, and momentum is conserved because it is elastic collision. In elastic collision, energy and momentum are conserved. So assertion is right. For the region here, the number of photons are conserved in a collision. Number of photons are not conserving. It is say losing their energy and transferred to photoelectrons. So number is not conserved. So it is wrong. Means option is correct. Hello. In this question, assertion photoelectric equation is given as work function plus EV naught, where EV naught is the stopping voltage. So here is the frequency increases, no change in the work function, it is constant, so V naught must increase. It means assertion region stopping voltage is directly proportional to frequency. Not directly proportional, it depends on, but work function यहाँ है, so it is not directly proportional. The same photon with the same energy can produce the photoelectrons with different energy ranging from 0 to max, but Stopping voltage means maximum kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy. We are talking about the maximum kinetic energy. It is not directly proportional. So option 3 is correct. Here assertion. Metallic surface is radiated by monochromatic light of frequency more than the threshold frequency. Maximum kinetic energy A max and stopping voltage. If the frequency double, let us say kinetic energy maximum or is not, is the stopping voltage. If you double it, is constant the same, so it should be more than double. More than double. Both are more than double. Kinetic energy is more than double, stopping voltage also. So it is true. Assertion is correct. Now what about the region here? The maximum kinetic energy and stopping voltage of the photoelectrons emitted from the surface are linearly dependent on the frequency. As per the question, yes, it depends on, but it's not explaining. What about the work function? This fact of the region is not explaining exactly because it's not telling anything about the work function. So both are correct, but is not explaining. Option 2 is correct. So in this question, assertion when ultraviolet rays, UV rays incidenting on the photocell, stopping voltage yes, kinetic energy. When the ultraviolet replaced by the X-rays, here X-rays frequency is more, energy is more. Wavelength is less, but energy is more. If energy is more, energy is given by h nu or hc by lambda equal to work function plus kinetic energy or V naught. Then V naught is the stopping voltage. Say X-rays, the frequency is high, so kinetic energy and stopping voltage must increase. So this assertion is correct. Now region. Photoelectrons are emitted with the speed ranging from 0 to maximum. It is true for every wave, not ultraviolet and X-rays. So, range of frequency present in the incident range region is not correct. So, it is true 0 to maximum. It is because of the frequency range. This is wrong. It is true for all. So, region is wrong. Option here is 3. Here assertion de Broglie wavelength momentum is given as h upon lambda. Lambda is the de Broglie wavelength. It is true for electron and proton. Again, correct. Assertion is correct. What about the region? Electron has the same wavelength as the proton. They have the same energy. Maybe or may not be. That is why region is wrong. May have different energy also. So, assertion correct and wrong. Option A is correct. Here in this question, charge and photon is 0. Yes. It is a neutral particle, so assertion is correct. And rest mass of photon is 0, so it cannot have any charge. Region is also correct and it is explaining why photons are neutral, no charge. One is here. Assertion relative velocity to photons traveling in the opposite directions. There are two photons having the energy. They are moving in opposite direction. The rest mass of photon is 0. It is true. Region is true. Assertion is true. But it is not explaining. The region is not explaining the assertion. Both are facts, but not explaining. So option 2 is correct. So in this question, relative velocity of two photons traveling in opposite directions is 0. It is possible. Rest mass of photon is 0. This is also correct. This is also correct. But and is not explaining the assertion. Option 2 is correct. Here, assertion the process of photoelectric emission, all the photons having the same kinetic energy. No, it's wrong. Kinetic energy is varying from 0 to maximum for the same photons. The assertion is wrong. Region, according to Einstein equation, is not minus, but there is no such option, so 4 is correct. Here in this question, assertion, photoelectric effect photons coming from the inner orbits come on from the orbits also, or any orbit depends on. Normally, few outer orbits are there involved in the photoelectric, but only in Earth, so this is wrong. Assertion is wrong. Few outer orbits. Region, free electrons of metal cannot absorb energy of the photons. It is also wrong. So, option 4 is correct. Hello, in this question, assertion in photoelectric effect on increasing the intensity, both the number of electrons emitted and kinetic energy. Electron emission is correct, but kinetic energy depends only on frequency and not on intensity. So assertion is wrong. But over the reason, photoelectric current depends only wavelength. Only on wavelength. Current depends. It depends on number of photons. So intensity. It means region is also wrong. Because current depends on density, not on wavelength. Option both are wrong. Option 4. Option 4. So in this question, assertion smaller wavelength, more energy. Correct. Because of the formula here H C by lambda equal to work function plus kinetic energy. If wavelength is less, decreasing kinetic energy must increase. So this is correct. What about the region? Smaller wavelength, less momentum. Reciprocal होता है. So it is wrong. Reciprocal. So option 3 is correct. Assertion electron microscope is based on the Broglie hypothesis. Correct. Region higher the accelerating voltage, smaller is the wavelength. Correct. But is not explaining why it is used in electron microscope based on the de Broglie process of microscope. Why it is using the electron microscope? Not explaining. Option 2 is correct. Hello. Assertion photon is having no rest mass, but it is having momentum because of the energy. Energy is very, very high, speed of light. So, mass, when it is moving with the speed very large, with this, it is moving with very large speed, it is having mass and the velocity is the momentum. So, assertion is correct. And region is also explaining because it is having the energy, it is having the momentum, it is having the equivalent mass. Rest mass is 0, but equivalent mass is not 0. So that's why option 1 is correct. Section 22. Work function of a metal increases with increase in intensity. Here, work function depends on the nature of the material. It does not depend on intensity of the incidenting photons. So, assertion is wrong. And for the reason, maximum kinetic energy depends on frequency and not on density. So, this is also wrong. Means option 4 is correct. Now, 23. Assertion kinetic energy depends on frequency, region depends on frequency and not on intensity. So that is wrong. Assertion is wrong. Region ejection of electron depends possible frequency below the threshold frequency. If the frequency is below the threshold frequency, there is no ejection, no emission of photoelectrons. It is also wrong. It means both are wrong. So option 4 is correct. Now question 24. Photo assertion. Photoelectrons have a range of kinetic energy. Yes, it is true. Correct. Because photoelectrons are ranging from 0 to maximum in the photoelectric equation. Whatever kinetic energy is there, it is in the equation. It is maximum. Otherwise, 0 to maximum. This is the range. So it is true. Region work function varies. Work function is constant quantity. It depends on the material, not the depth, because electrons are coming out due to the photons from the top few layers. It is not depending on work function is not depending on the depth of the surface. So this is wrong. Means option assertion correct, region wrong. So option 3 is correct. Option 3 is correct. 25. Assertion on increasing the frequency of light, photo current increases. Photo current depends on intensity, not on frequency. So assertion is wrong. Now region, photo current depends on the wavelength, depends on intensity, not on frequency or wavelength. So this is also wrong. Option 4 is correct. Question 26. Assertion of photoelectric current number of photoelectron depends always equal to the photons. It is true that one photon ejecting only one electron. But all the photons are ejecting an electron. That is wrong. Practically, only 1% of photons, approximately photons ejecting the electrons. Practically it is true. So all the photons are ejecting electron, that is wrong. Reason, all photons falling on the surface will eject the photoelectron? No, definitely no. So that is also wrong. 4 is correct. Now 27. Assertion, photocurrent demands the wave nature. No, wave nature is different. Wave nature cannot change the photoelectric effect or matter wave. Similarly, matter wave or photoelectric effect is not demonstrating the wave nature, it is demonstrating the particle nature. So assertion is wrong. Photoelectric effect is the particle nature, not the wave nature. As per the Broglie, this is the reason. Number of photoelectrons ejecting from it depends on number of photoelectrons depends on the intensity. So photoelectrons depends on intensity, not on frequency. Depends on intensity, not on frequency. So that is wrong. Option 4 is correct. Now 28. Here the assertion de Broglie wavelength of the particle K and wavelength is lambda. K is the kinetic energy. If the kinetic energy increases, now the kinetic energy increases 4 times, then new wavelength will be equal to what? Here, de Broglie wavelength can be written as h upon p or 2mk, where k is the kinetic energy. So, if kinetic energy is k, wavelength is lambda. As per the question, if kinetic energy increases 4 times, then we can write 1 by 4 different 1 by 2 ले लेंगे इसको ब्रैकेट के अंदर जो this is mk, that is lambda. So lambda dash will be lambda by 2. It means assertion is correct. Assertion is correct. Now region are de Broglie wavelength inversely proportional to kinetic energy. In this, from this equation, here lambda is inversely proportional to root of kinetic energy. So this is true. And it is explaining also, region is true and explaining the assertion also. So option 1 is in question 29. Assertion is the physical significance of matter wave. Yes, matter wave is there if the particle or matter is moving, whether it is charged or not, it doesn't make difference. But matter wave is a wave, so it is showing the effect of interference as well as refraction. So explaining also both are true, and region is explaining the assertion also. So option 1 is correct. Now question 30, assertion photo sensitivity high, work function is small. It means if work function is small, then we can easily take out the electron from lesser energy. So lesser energy photons ejecting the photoelectrons means the assertion is true. Reason, work function is given by h nu naught is true, but it is not explaining the assertion. So option 2 is correct.